Hello, this time we're going to concentrate on the aorist passive, and we're going to use the verb luo. And so remember that the aorist passive is built on the sixth principal part, eleuthein. So eleuthein would mean I was loosed. And notice that it has the the in it, and we're also going to, throughout the aorist passive, we're going to use active person markers. So that's something strange about the aorist passive. It uses all active person markers. So then the rest of the aorist passive indicative would go like this: eleutheis, eleuthe, eleuthemen, we were loosed, eleuthete, you were loosed, and eleutheson. Son is the third plural athematic person marker for athematic verbs which end. The aorist passive has athematic endings. Okay, and then when we move to the subjunctive, there will be no augment, just luth, and then we can simply add the active subjunctive endings to it with accents on them. So lutho, lutheis, luthe, luthomen, luthete, and luthosi. So in fact what's happening here is that the the is actually the in this case, and then the epsilon is contracting with the endings in each case. So this is actually lutheo becoming lutho, lutheis becoming lutheis, and so forth. Now when we move to the optative, we again use the the instead of the, and now we add iota, eta, and the person markers, so that we end up with lutheien. So you can see you have a iota diphthong there. Lutheies, lutheie, lutheiemen, though this can also be shortened to luthemen, lutheiete, or a shorter form, lutheite, and lutheieson, or again a shorter form, lutheien. And then when we move to the infinitive, of course, there's just going to be one form of that, lutheini. So we go back to the eta and add ni, and so lutheini would mean to be loosed. And now the participle, I'm going to give the masculine, feminine, and neuter forms at first in the nominative singular. Lutheis, lutheisa, and luthen. And now this lutheis here is in fact, what's happened here is this was originally luthens, and then the nu and the tau dropped out and the epsilon lengthened, so that we ended up with lutheis. So now when we go to the genitive uses this stem up here, so we end up with luthentos, and then of course this third declension. I'm not going to write all the other forms out, and you don't need to, as long as you know that this is the stem. So then they would continue luthenti, luthenta, luthentes, luthenton, luthesi, when again the nu and the tau drop out, and luthentas. Now of course in the feminine, this is a short alpha first declension, so the genitive will be lutheses, and then it would continue luthese, lutheson, luthesi, lutheson, luthesis, and luthesos. And then in the neuter, again, it's just like the masculine, where it will have the stem with nt, so luthentos. Of course, the difference will be in the accusative singular, that will be luthen, and the nominative and accusative plural will be luthenta. So that's what you can work on now for the aorist passive forms.